Hello, today I'd like to make this card with you, and it is using the Rooted in Nature bundle. It is in the new annual catalog, and this is well, here's the card. Let me show you this first. I just stamped that, embossed the vanilla, and put a bunch of leaves there. And I did the inside with the little cream and vanilla with the leaves there, and the envelope as well. So this is the stamp set. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous set. Reminds me of Lovely as a Tree, but with even more stamps in it and beautiful images. The leaves are so detailed. You can see every little vein in the leaves. And the trees they're stunning. And you have all your sentiments as well. Like the sentiment I used here is words are never enough. And you could put on the inside to thank you for all you do. I mean, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful set. And it also comes with gorgeous, gorgeous framelits. And it has everything in here that you can cut out except for the the root, the center thing of the tree. I don't know what they're called. And then you also have embossing ones as well. So these will emboss. You have the 3, and then you can cut them out too. You've got the dies to cut them out. You've got the trees, the single trees, the double tree, little fir trees, the bigger tree, and the huge tree. All the leaves. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous bundle. And if you'd like to purchase this bundle, you don't have a demonstrator, you could go to my website and check out my store for all these gorgeous sets. Right, and what we're also using in this set is, it's not actually in this set, but it's in the catalog. And it's the layered leaves embossing folder. It's the texture dynamic one, the really thick one that you only use one plate as you're rolling it through your bag shop because it's thick. You don't need 2. So let me tell you what you will need to make your card. I'll sit this up here up my way right now. Maybe put my little stand there. Okay, you'll need your card base. And I've already stamped the leaves on here in the Mossy Meadow, returning color ink. Your card base, of course, measures 8.5 by 5.5 and is scored at 4 1/4. Then you will need a piece of Very Vanilla for your front and a piece of Very Vanilla for your inside. Now these both measure 4 by 5 1/4, but you can cut them down to size as we need them. You will need a small scrap of Very Vanilla for your sentiment and a scrap of Mossy Meadow for your backing for your sentiment. You will need some of your leaves die cut out. Your choice, just a bunch of leaves to put in the corner of your paper here. And then one of the embellishments that is in this suite, they have 3 leaf. These are metal, and this is in like the brassy tone, and then you have the silver tone. You've got single leaves or the 3 in both. So I've used them all in the silver. This was the last one in the silver, and then the single one as well. So we'll use a single gold one or brass colored one on this card. And what else will we need? We'll need some dimensionals, some glue dots, your Mossy Meadow ink pad, and I think that's about it. As we go through, if I come across something else, I'll let you know. So to get started, let's do our stamping. The stamping on this was, I used the small leaf, this one, in the Mossy Meadow. And I'll do the inside actually right now. So why don't we do that first? I can do this. I'm going to cut it down. Make this our inside. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm actually going to cut it down to 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. That'll do. Right, I think. Let me check it out. Let's see. No, I need another 1/4 inch off of here. I'll tell you the measurement in a sec. So 3 1/2 there, that'll work. So we'll do 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 for our inside, and that'll be perfect. So I'm going to just stamp on the bottom and the top, or you can stamp wherever you want. You could put a tree on the inside, or whatever you like. But I'm going to use the leaf again. This is our new ink pads as well. They redesigned the ink pads, and they're a lot easier to open. You just open it like a compact, like you would a makeup compact, and then you just slide it in. And the other good thing is they also have a little strip of color that you can add on the inside of your ink pad. So if you're using a bunch, you can see what color you're stamping, because some colors look different. So anyways, I am going to stamp off and do it lighter. Just put a few down here. And maybe half there. And stamp off there. What do? I'll put a couple up top. Let's do it that way too. That'll do. So that'll be our inside. And we could do our sentiment while I have it out. Let me clean off my stamp. There we go. Put it back in my box. There. So, sentiment. What am I going to do for this sentiment? Same thing, right? Okay, we will do Words Are Never Enough again. And it's this one. Yep. And I will put it on here. All right. Let's see, words. So it goes that way. Double check. Yep, words are never enough that way. Let me see if I can put it on this little tiny scrap I have. If not, I have a bigger one and we can cut it down. There we go. Perfect. So now we don't need this anymore. We can attach this with our glue. That's too small. Do on this one. And then we will just trim this down to size. There we go. Perfect. Right. Throw these away. Okay, so we have the inside done. We'll stick that down in a second. We have our sentiment. Now, let's do our embossing that we need to do for the folder. Okay, so we're going to take this. This is this way. I'll bring in the big shot and see if we can do this. And I'm going to put it in here. Now these texture dynamic folders are best if you spritz it with water, or I use my glimmer spray. So I'm just going to spritz it, get it that little bit damp, put it down. Leave it aside. There we go. And there's our leaves. Aren't they beautiful? It has a little shimmer on it from my glimmer spray. And all this is a wink of Stella emptied into a bottle of 2/3 of it is alcohol and the rest is water, including the ball bearing. And you just keep filling it up. It doesn't seem to run out. You just refill it with alcohol and a tiny, tiny bit of water. So now we're going to, we take this, and all I'm going to do is angle it on my card here, on my card base. Just about where I want it. You could leave a little gap there, or you could bring it all the way over to the corner. Up to you. I'm going to do it like about there. So I'm just going to put some glue on it. Maybe. That should do. And then I'm going to just trim this off. You could use your trimmer if you like. It's just as easy to do it with my scissors. So there we go with that. Now we'll just take our leaves, and I am going to just use snail for these, just to attach a little bit of snail. Now I'll take these two. Put one up that way, and the other up this way. So we're going to kind of do it just like this. And then what I'm, oops, I forgot. What we're going to do is we're going to take some string, a longer piece of string, or a couple of pieces of string. And just loop it around. Now, and again. These are going to be covered with your leaves. Just stick them down. I'll stick a glue dot on top here. Hold that in place. Okay. Now, Take a couple of glue dots for these as well. Don't need that. And we'll lay it right about there. I use these leftover glue dots here from my paper pumpkins. That's why they're in the package like that. And then we'll take this one and put it in the center here. Take a couple of little glue dots for this, or dimensionals, the little mini ones. And we can stick that there. Now all I did on this was I put the twine, the natural baker's twine, through 2 of the holes, and then I tied it so it's like behind there. And I'm just going to also stick them on with glue dots. Put a couple of glue dots on it. Right. And I'm going to put that right down there. Now for our sentiment, I'm going to take this edge piece right here and use it on there. Pop that up on dimensionals. And we will put that across the top. There we go. Here's our front. And for the inside, we're just going to attach it on here. And to do the envelope, you would just take your leaf and you can stamp 3 or 4 leaves with the one stamp. You don't have to keep stamping off. I just stamp 1, 2, 3, then stamp it again, and 1, 2, 3. And there's our card. I thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good evening. All the measurements and instructions will be on my blog, and I will have it listed below on the instructions below. Thank you. You have a great evening. Bye-bye.